We are in El Ramate. It is on the northeast side of Lake Petén Itzá. We stayed at this spot the past couple of nights before and after we went to Tikal National Park. And it's pretty sweet. It's just like a restaurant parking lot right on the lake. And they have these overwater bungalows out here. This is Lake Petén Itzá. And oh, look at that bird. I don't know what it is, but it's colorful. And at the bungalows, they have like some neat features. They have some hammocks in the water, swings in the water, ladders to get back in. So it seems like a very popular swimming spot. The restaurant will also serve you food and drinks out here, so that's pretty neat. Rob's head's cut off like normal. You can even be a bird.
You can be anything you want to be.
Today we are going to head into Santa Elena, which is near the island of Flores, to get Loki a new health certificate because he got approved to go into Belize. Belize requires a health certificate within 14 days of the border crossing. So our old one from Mexico is expired by their standards. So we gotta go get him a new one.
It's a little bit of a hill here to get up to the road. Let's see if their transmission can do it.
Hola, buenos dias.
Hola, hola.
We're here for moral support for Terry and TJ as they get their van
supporting
worked
us.
on.
Working on the transmission.
Loki got his clean bill of health to go to Belize. So yeah, we can go there whenever. We're just hanging out.
What we found out in the shop regarding Terry and TJ's transmission situation was basically nothing. Essentially what was done was the fluid was drained out, the filter was removed and cleaned, and then reinstalled, and new fluid was added, the appropriate volume. I think they also did an engine oil change while they were there. But TJ and I took the van for a test drive after all the work was done, and he said that it seemed to perform a little bit better. Some of the symptoms are gone. My theory is that the transmission was low on fluid for a long time, and some of the clutches inside the transmission got worn out to the point where they like to slip now. They're going to take it easy on the van on their way back to the United States, and they are going to have it looked at once they're in the States and they're not living in it full time. Right, so as you can see, we've had a pool day.
It was 102 degrees today in Flores. So after hanging out with Terry and TJ at the mechanic, we were able to find a restaurant that had pools. And they're letting us park here overnight for free. We did buy food at the restaurant, and it was really good food. So I feel like it's a win-win, and it was nice to cool off in La Piscina. Good morning. Last night we slept in the parking lot at the restaurant we went to yesterday that had the pools. We just left this morning. They opened the gate at 8 a.m. and we're making our way to the Belize border. Wish us luck. We are at the border. We're trying to exit Guatemala. We arrived here probably 9:30 a.m. and spent about 10 minutes. There's a line of trucks. So it's just kind of a waiting game. We'll see how long this takes. It's 10:03 It took a little bit of time at the Guatemala side just because of lack of signs and
Traffic.
a line. Yeah, the traffic. And I was able to stamp us both out, and Rob suspended our vehicle import permit just in case for some reason we have to return to Guatemala. If you cancel it, you have to be out of the country for 90 days before you can return. Now we're on the Belize side. I just went in to see if I could stamp us both in, but we both have to go in the building and we have to bring the dog. So we're gonna go do that now. It is now 11:40, so an hour and 40 minutes after we started the process. And a lot of that is our own fault because we didn't have enough cash at the border. Rob took a taxi to an ATM after we got our passport stamped, but we needed the money to pay for the dog. And then the ATM card didn't work, so we were kind of stuck there until we realized we had old pesos we could exchange. So we were able to do that, got just enough money to pay for the dog, literally the exact amount, and got the van imported, and they took a card, so that was great. And now we're in Belize.
What are you doing and why?
Taking apart the van because it's broken. We think our fridge might be doing something, not cooling the food properly.
The problem with the fridge is it's not doing something. Let me show you.
So we have to take the counter off to like check out the fridge.
So we've got the counter off. This is our cooktop on the bottom. Here's the top of our refrigerator. That's probably something. I'm gonna clean that up. It's a little bit better.
Fridge. What? Give us the fridge update.
Okay. So we took the whole kitchen apart, looked at the fridge, and found that the condenser coil was completely clogged with dog hair and dust, so I cleaned all that off as best I could, and then we put everything back together, and we continued to monitor the fridge interior temperatures with a thermocouple on a multimeter, and we found that it wasn't really cooling that much.
That's awesome.
We're here in, where are we?
I don't know.
San Miguel.
This is the universal hand signal for I have no idea.
We're at San Miguel Campground in Belize. And we have this whole river to ourselves.
We own this. We know that guy.
Loki's around somewhere too, but he's scavenging for anacondas
I think he's in the bushes over there somewhere.
in the shade. The rocks are hot.
Yeah. We should probably go lay underneath the van.
Okay. I lost Loki.
This reminds me of Florida. The pine trees, the same.
Can you guys guess where we are based on the scenery?
It's all pine trees.
Except for those over there. Hang on, let me look at that.
Except for those over there.
Loki. Loki. Come. Loki. We're gonna go down ass over Two Hill. Come on.
His ears are decorative only.
Loki. We're at we're in the Mountain Pine Forest Reserve in Belize.
I think the word ridge is in there somewhere.
Mountain Ridge Pine Forest Reserve in Belize. Mountain Forest Pine Ridge Reserve in Belize. And we think Loki got into an ant's nest.
He keeps grinding his face into the ground. We think to itch his face.
And he had ants on him. But if we didn't tell you we were in Belize, you might think we're in Colorado or New Hampshire or any other place that has pine trees.
Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts. Florida doesn't have mountains like this.
No.
Look at how steep this hill is.
Yeah.
We have this whole campground to ourselves.
Thanks for watching our video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We are happy to be here in Belize. Check out our next video because we are going on an adventure with TJ and Terry and our friend Michael. We're going to check out some less accessible ruins.
You think we'll break anything on the way?
No.
It'll be fine.
Hope to see you there on Wednesday.
Bye.
Leave us a comment.